Don't make me he bitch man slap you.
The Cooper and Anthony Show.
All right, we have sex questions from the computer AI voice.
Uh-oh, this can't be good.
So people send us sex questions. They don't want to call in the sex questions. So what I do is I put it into AI and I let the computer ask you questions. Okay, so first off, we have this girl. She has a problem with her boyfriend.
Whenever we disagree on things, he will become so stressed and angry that if I try and resolve the argument in any way, he says things like, if you don't stop speaking, I will pack up and leave you right now. Or he will lock me out of our room and won't speak to me for hours.
He sounds like a jerk. I don't know why you would stay with a guy like that. What's so great about the relationship? What else does he do?
Oftentimes, it's him starting these arguments as he has a temper and I don't. Whenever I try and discuss things calmly the next day to try and make sure this doesn't happen again, he repeatedly yells that he shouldn't have to repeat himself.
Right.
And I need to accept his first answer and leave him alone.
I've already told you the answer. Come on, what are you talking about?
I feel like we aren't fixing any of our problems, because he won't discuss any reparations after an argument. He just buries it down and changes nothing.
Good guy so far. Do you know guys like this?
No, because I would have dumped him after the first fight. That would have been the end of it.
Do other people experience this, or do I have to leave? Sorry if this sounds pathetic to other people. I really do love him, and I'm not seeing things as clearly as I should right now.
But I love him.
Right. All right. So first of all, the problem is that you love him. He is basically abusive to you. He's emotionally abusive. You have fights. You want to hash it out and talk. And he's like a 4-year-old. He locks you out. He closes the door. I already told you. You should listen the first time. I mean, he sounds not just emotionally immature. He sounds like a douche.
Right.
So I don't know what you love about him, honestly. Like, to say you love him, that's more alarming to me. The fact that you would choose to love somebody who treats you that way is the bigger issue. He's not deserving of your love. Like, you can't love somebody just when times are good. I mean, when times are good, anybody can love anybody. When nothing's wrong, everything's great. Everybody's happy. It's when you fight, it's when these things happen that really test somebody's personality, somebody's character. It tests the relationship. And he has shown you over and over that his character is crap, that the relationship doesn't have any value to him because he doesn't want to work it out. And he's completely self-involved. He doesn't care about your feelings or your anger. He only wants you to leave him alone. So leave him alone by moving the hell out. I would get my stuff and move on. He's not deserving of your love. It doesn't sound pathetic. Women go through this. I understand. You know, you're nostalgic. You're holding on to the good part of it, but that part's over.
He's a douche. Move on. Go to somebody else. Not that hard. Yeah, guys that don't.
You're too good a person. Go find somebody who respects you.
All right, next we got a guy who's got a problem with his girlfriend.
My girlfriend called me a good boy whilst I was banging her like a dog and I was really into it, but I don't get why. She's never called me anything like that before. It caught me off guard, I guess. I enjoyed her calling me that so much it's embarrassing. She's been acting way more dominant towards me too. It's weird, but I kinda like it. It's usually the other way around, so I don't understand why she's being like this, and I also don't understand why the heck I like it so much, bro.
The computer called you bro.
Wow, computer called me bro. Because you know what happens? My name's Cooper. People don't know what my gender is. So I understand.
Bro.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it, computer. All right, so here's the thing. What you just described perfectly is a BDSM sub-dom relationship. That's what the S and M stands for in BDSM. B is bondage. I don't know if you're into that. You don't have to be. You can be into just the dominant part or the submissive part, you know, the sadomasochistic part. But it sounds to me like what you described is you're enjoying being a sub. You like being called a good boy. You like when she dominates you. Well, but that's, but that is a sub-dom thing. That is her in a position of power calling you a good boy, and you liked it and it turned you on. Listen, people come to their sexuality whenever they come to their sexuality. It's not like you have to know by the time you're 21. It's not that kind of thing. You may discover later in life that something turns you on that you never even considered. So you guys are into S&M. You guys are into the sub-dom relationship. You're the sub, she's the dom. So I think you have to acknowledge it, not while you're having sex, because that's not hot, but you do have to talk about it, because here's why. You have to do it safely. You know, sub-dom relationships that don't get talked about can end up being damaging emotionally, physically. Somebody goes too far. That's why there are safe words. That's why there's aftercare. That's the whole reason why all that stuff is in place, because you want to make sure that you're having your BDSM relationship in the most healthy way possible.
I don't know how I would act if somebody said "good boy" in the middle of that. I think I would. That would freak me the hell out.
You would bark.
That would
Good boy.
really,
Woof.
because I say that to my dog all the time because he likes it. He likes being called a good boy. I don't like being called a good boy.
Yeah, but
I don't
no one's
think.
asking you. No one's asking you how you feel about this. This guy's calling and telling us that he was called a good boy and it turned him on. He's wondering about it. That doesn't mean that has to be. Listen, just because you're not into it doesn't mean he can't be into it. He's into it. It's not for you. That's not your thing.
It's not my thing, but it's weird. Good boy.
It's not weird. It's not weird. You know, it's weird
so
to
that
you.
That says a lot. I think Joe has been called a good boy before.
No, he hasn't. No, the point is it's weird to you because that's not part of your sexual game. But to people in BDSM world, that's tame. That's nothing.